I filmed a 20-minute long entire video with bees in my ears because I figured having the microphone closer might make the audio sound better, and then the entire time the microphone rubbed against this zipper, and the whole time it was just like a crunching sound. Guys, so I don't know if you can hear that now, like somebody chewing on a bag of chips. Not on a bag of chips, that would be weird, but on chips from a bag, because that's usually where chips come from. All right, we're gonna move on from this point in the video now. So hello, I have not introduced myself in this second attempt at this video. My name is Shay. This video is all about the Korean challenge that I'm taking on from May 1st to July 31st, 92 days. I've been studying Korean for longer than I would like to admit, given my Korean level at the moment. On and off I've been studying it, so I'm gonna forgive myself a little bit here, but I'm certainly not a complete beginner. I would probably put myself at upper beginner, low intermediate. That's not having taken the topic exam before. I haven't taken any sort of placement test, but I just am gauging it based on how I feel about my Korean. So upper beginner, low intermediate. And I've really stunted in progress and plateaued because I haven't been doing any real consistent Korean for a very long time. So my goal is for the 92-day challenge to really level up where my Korean is at. I hope you can't hear that. Oh, this has been a doozy to film. I have a whole bunch of goals in hopes that completing those goals will get me to a better place with my Korean. The first goal I am already doing now. I thought I had done, but apparently not, and that is making this video, because I am planning on uploading 4 videos over the course of this challenge, and this will be the first one, my pre-challenge video. In this video, I'm going to lay out for you my goals and my plans to get there, and I'm also going to speak in Korean on camera a little bit at the end, maybe. Confidence. Speaking Korean on camera is so much harder than speaking Korean in a conversation, because in a conversation, your words are just gone. They're lost in the wind. And on camera, they are there for you to repeat back at yourself as much as your brain will put up with. But I do think it would be a good idea to give you a little bit of an idea of what my Korean sounds like and how fast or slow I'm able to speak in Korean at the end of this video, so that you can gauge where I am versus where I will hopefully be. Then I will do a video at 30 days and 60 days, giving updates on how it's going, if I need to make any changes to my goals or my plans, and then also doing more updates on my spoken Korean and how that's going. And then I will do a 90-day video or a 92-day video or a post-challenge video where I talk about how it went overall, what went well and what didn't. My hope is that having these videos will keep me a little bit more accountable, so that if I have not posted one or I'm not giving any kind of updates, you can be in the comments like, what the heck, where are you, have you failed? Please don't say these things to me, it will hurt. But just knowing that I have people on the internet who are waiting for some progress and some updates will hopefully motivate me when I'm really not feeling it to just crack open a book or pop in my headphones and go. The next goal that I have is my everyday goal, and every day I am planning on doing a Talk to Me in Korean lesson. In fact, over the course of 92 days, I'm planning on doing 100 Talk to Me in Korean lessons. It doesn't feel, on the one hand, like that's a lot, because they're audio lessons. I can listen to them while I'm on a run or in the shower or doing dishes. But on the other hand, it feels like a lot. I'm starting at level 5, lesson 1. So if that gives you any idea of where I'm at with my Korean, I actually have completed a little bit into level 5, but it was probably a year and a half ago that I was at that point. So right now I'm actually just finishing up going through a bit of the end of level 4, so that when I start on Friday, I'm already having some momentum. So that'll be level 5, lesson 1 to level 8, lesson 10, if I complete all 100. I'm not too concerned about reaching level 8 lesson 10. That's a bit of a stretch goal for me, but I definitely want to complete all of level 7. So that'll be 90 lessons in 92 days. It gives me a little bit of breathing room, and it's still completing all the way until the end of the level. It still just will feel nice to kind of put a bow on them if I finish right up to the end of something instead of getting halfway through. I know a lot of people will take notes on their Talk to Me in Korean lessons, and I might have to do that at the higher levels, but up until now I haven't been keeping notes, and I've been doing okay with them. And I think it also allows them to be a more passive mode of study. Not entirely passive, I repeat along with them and things like that, but I'm mostly using them to increase my awareness of the language so that if I hear that grammar point later when I'm watching a Korean television show, it triggers in my mind, oh, I have heard that before. A lot of the time, language just kind of floats by me until it's been pointed out at some point. So that's sort of my goal for Talk to Me in Korean, and I'll let you know how that's going in 30 days. 31. It'll actually be 31 days because it'll be the end of May. The next goal, I'm looking over here because I already pulled it off of my bookshelf. You can see how my bookshelf has fallen. It's not always like that. I pulled 2 books off of my bookshelf earlier, and I wasn't going to put them back just to refilm me taking them off. So my next goal is my once a week goal, and that is to complete 1 chapter of this book every week. And I've already completed the first 2 chapters, so that nicely ties up with a bow the entire book, which is great. This textbook starts at lesson 16 because it just continues on from the elementary Korean book. This one's continuing Korean. It starts at lesson 16. I'm gonna show you as though you don't believe me without me showing you. Starts at lesson 16 here at the front of the book. And I've done lesson 16 and lesson 17. So we're gonna go from lesson 18 to lesson 30, and that will be the end of the book. I don't think that 1 chapter per week will be too outrageous to complete. So I feel okay about that. I'm scheduling them on the same day every week, and I'm hoping that I can just do it on the same day every week, but really my goal is to have it done by the end of the week, essentially. My next goal is the goal that I am, I think, the most nervous about, and that is completing 13 italki lessons. And I'm mostly nervous about that because my spoken Korean is, I think, my weakest point. I've done a lot of independent study in Korean, which means a lot of listening and a lot of reading and writing, and not a whole ton of experience with talking, or with speaking, I guess. That doesn't mean I've never had a chance to speak. I have had lots of opportunities. I lived abroad in Seoul for 4 months, and there have been lots of situations where I've been able to speak Korean, but in the city that I live in now, there doesn't seem to be a very large Korean community. There are no Korean speakers at my local language exchange, so it's been a while since I've gotten to have a full Korean conversation. And piggybacking on that, then the part that I'm maybe the least worried about is 1 journal entry a week, so that just based on the way that the days of the week fall and when I'm planning on doing them, that's going to be 14 journal entries over the course of my 92 days. I'm sorry if it sounds like I'm struggling to breathe. It's actually like really hot in here, but this is also very comfy, so I'm just getting hotter and hotter. It's because of the lights that I have on. I'm just getting hotter and hotter, but refusing to move or do something to cool myself down, and so I'm starting to like pant like a dog would. So don't mind that. So my 4 goals, my non-negotiables, are 4 videos. I don't know what I think I'm doing here. 4 videos, 100 Talk to Me in Korean lessons, 13 textbook chapters, and 13 italki lessons, and 14 journal entries. That's 5 things, isn't it? 5 goals. Good job. Those are my 5 goals, and then I have a couple of little stretch goals that I don't think are going to be too difficult to do. I just think it's a matter of fitting them in with time, and they're lower priority for me. My first stretch goal is to complete the Duolingo tree in gold for Korean. I should have done this already, to be honest, because I have a 530-day streak, but I've just sort of been lazy about pushing forward, and I've gone back and done some of the levels that I really don't need to review. I still think that it's okay because it's just forcing myself to get a little bit of Korean input on days when I don't have any, but I definitely will be able to complete the tree if I'm able to put the time into it. That's really all it comes down to at this point for these stretch goals, is the time. The next one is a memorize lesson. I don't know what they call them, but it's a chunk of lessons or mems. Can you tell that I don't use memorize a lot? It's the 1,000 most frequently used Korean words. I don't think that this will be hard because I've gone through a chunk of it and it's not hard. It's just, again, a matter of time, but I figure it'll be something that maybe I can do when I'm just kind of not feeling like studying right now. I can spend some time procrastinating while still doing Korean, still getting something done. That's the plan for memorize. And then finally, my last stretch goal is to work my way through this book. I bought this book a year ago. It's the Marie Kondo manga, and it's really, really cute, guys. It's so cute. Like, look how cute. And it's not in like written style Korean. It's because it's a manga. It's like a proper manga style. They're all in spoken Korean because they're characters speaking to each other. So I don't think it's going to be too difficult to do. I have read 5 or 6 pages and I've just put it down because I haven't had the time. Again, the time is the big thing for the stretch goals. So if I do just have some time laying around, I would like to take a stab at this and see how much of it I can get through. All right, so I think that's it for this video in terms of this section of it. I'm gonna pop a little bit of me speaking Korean at the end, I think. But other than that, be safe, stay safe, everything about safety that we are all wishing each other right now at the end of April of 2020. And I'll see you in 31 days. 안녕하세요. 저는 셰이예요. 방금 샤워했는데 좀 wet. 미안해요. 어제 이 영상 만들기 시작했어요. 오늘은 내일이에요. 그리고 내일 이 도전, 한국어 배우기 도전을 시작할 거예요. 어제 너무 아니요. 어제 좀 더워서 어제 좀 더웠어요. 그렇지만 오늘 좀 추워요. 날씨가 좀 추워요. 그래서 스웨터하고 큰 양말 입어요. 네. What else do I even want to say? 캐나다 사람이고 유학교육자예요. 그러나 요즘 집에 일하고 있어요. 인터넷으로 아이들하고 가족 이야기해요. 네, 이만큼 괜찮아요? 5월 31일 안녕히 가세요.